So I promoted our podcast the other day on Fox News, and of all the people that I interview, my phone blew up from people like, "Oh my God, you're interviewing Snooki?" Like they were losing their
Funny.
minds because you're so deeply associated with people at
Yeah.
that time in their life. And were you living other people's fantasy on the Jersey Shore?
Um, what do you mean? Like having like no care in the world and just like going
Yes.
and drinking? Yes. Yeah.
And what was the difference between, so season one, obviously, like, you had camera crews following you, but people didn't
hmm
know who you guys were. Season two
Right.
and beyond, that totally changed. So what was the difference in how you felt? Were you as spontaneous in the following seasons after that initial
hmm
time when you are completely uninhibited?
Yeah, because I feel like I just got worse as seasons went on. I mean, season three, that's when I got arrested on the beach. So I would say, like, personally for us and like how we acted, I think it just like made us more crazy and excited because like we knew we had fans and it was just like, they were buying us shots. So it was just like more chaotic. But I would say production wise, it was definitely harder to film the show because season one, you didn't have crowds around you and you could just like run and do whatever. And then, once the show got popular, it's just like it's hard to mingle with other people now because it's like, oh my God, can I get a picture? You know what I mean? And like walking around, there were crowds. So it was definitely harder to shoot the show. But for us and like the attention that we got, we loved it, of course. Like
Yeah.
we were a pig and
And
can you
it
swear on
was,
here? Sorry.
yeah, you can swear.
Okay.
You can say whatever you want. If it's bad, they'll bleep it. But they
Got it.
won't they won't edit it. They're not going to cut anything out, but they might
Okay.
bleep a thing or two. Um, but it must have been like just a gold mine for, I
Mm.
think Josh was the guy who discovered you. And the New York Times said that you were the breakout star of the show. But when they realized what they had, there was nothing like, and believe me, I was on MTV at a time where grunge and R&B were exploding and hip hop exploding all at the same time. And it
hmm
was all about the music. But Jersey Shore made MTV something other than the music.
Yeah, which honestly, like, I wish they kept the music. Like, I'm sad that maybe we ruined it because we turned it all into reality. Because growing up, like, I love the music, I love TRL. So, like, watching MTV now, it's like we need to bring back those moments because I just loved growing up to that, you know?
Did you feel guilty about that? Because I saw that as an evolution. And I remember being
Mm,
there, and I got to MTV the year The Real World debuted in 1992, and
mm-hmm.
that changed everything because
Yeah,
before that had to try and program it so kids would stay through the next video. Like and that's why
right.
they would show the same videos over and over again
Mm-hmm.
because, if you showed the right Madonna video, people would tune in. But with The Real World, they realized, like, oh my God, like we can get people to stay a half hour at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like there was nothing else. And if
Yeah.
you could get that many people transfixed, and the reason your guys' show worked so well is it was so authentic. It is what people try to create, and you can't manufacture something like that.
Yeah, 'cause we're all crazy. We're not jobs. We were not jobs. I think we're still not jobs. But real world is what made me fall in love with reality. I
Yeah.
think I tried out for real world like three times. I sent my things in and I didn't hear anything. So I was like, oh, there's got to be a show that's like perfect for me. And then as I was like just forgetting about it and just like moving on because I was going to school to be a vet tech, like I just wanted to like work with animals and save them. Right when I gave up and I was like, it's just not going to happen. That's when I saw the application, and it said calling all Guidos and Guidettes, and I'm like, oh, I was like, that's my lifestyle. I like that. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. It feels like it was like all meant to be.
Who were you friends with before the show started?
No one. Well, I knew Dina. During that time, like MySpace was like a huge thing. That MySpace was like TikTok.
Mhm.
So MySpace, that's where I met Dina. And we had like same mutual friends and stuff like that. So Dina, I was like, this girl is just like me, like lover vibe. So I only knew Dina. So walking into the house, everybody was a stranger to me.
Okay.
hmm
But then you guys, it seemed it wasn't long before you all coalesced and you
Yeah.
were drinking and laughing and fighting.
hmm Yeah.
And it just you and it just exploded.
Yeah, I feel like it's because it's something nobody really saw before. Because, like, the lifestyle of like Jersey and going down the shore and just like our mannerisms and how we talked and like how we dressed, I feel like it was so foreign to like people that aren't on the East Coast that they were like, what? Who are these creatures? Why are they like that? And then, obviously all the fighting and everything and all the hookups. Me getting punched in the face by a guy. I mean, you haven't seen that on reality TV yet.
No.
So I feel like it was just a lot of things that
Did you
people were
sue
like, holy
him?
crap. Did I sue him?
Yeah.
No. No, I kind of just wanted to forget about it. Like, I just wanted to move on and pretend it never happened. Um, but then, like, obviously, like, it keeps playing over and over, and everyone talks about it all the time, which I'm, like, fine with now. Like, obviously in the beginning it was like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But then, like, recently I saw there was a news article in, like, the newspaper. His father was talking about how it's my fault that he lost his job and he couldn't get a job anywhere, so he had to join the military or something. And I'm just like,
Maybe
I
don't
didn't tell
hit
your son
women.
to punch me.
Yeah, maybe don't hit women.
Yeah,
Guess
so the
what?
dad was blaming me for his son's career being over. So that
Yeah,
was the
and
last I heard of him.
how tall was that guy?
I don't remember. Well, so he was, okay, so he was probably, I don't know, 5'6", 5'7", and I
Hmm.
was standing on the bar. So, well, not on the bar, but like how there's like there's a little pole, like on the
Hmm.
bottom.
Hmm.
I was standing
Yeah.
on there because I'm too short to see over the bar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were almost, he was still taller than me. Whatever.
I don't know. It's still a move. So when the Jersey Shore as it existed ended, did you still want to be on TV, or were you like, I got to envision a different life for myself?
Well, no, at that point it was a career. Like I made a career out of it. I employed my parents. I was like my parents were working for me. They quit their jobs. I mean, it was a career at that point. So once season 6 ended, I was pregnant with my first son Lorenzo, and that's
Mm.
when they gave us a spinoff for Snooki and JWoww, which we did 4 seasons of.
Yep.
So I never really had a break from filming, because I always did spinoffs and I did like hosting shows here and there. So I never wanted to take a break. I just wanted to keep it going because I did love, and I still love doing reality and, working in TV.
Do you ever want your life to be your own? Do you ever feel like it's invasive, or have you gotten to the point where you're such a businesswoman and you're so aware of what you need to do for you to
Hmm.
keep your brand growing
Hmm.
that you know how to carve everything out?
No, yeah, I feel like my life is my own. Like my private life, my personal life, I feel like I'm not in the public eye. Like that's how comfortable my life is because me and my husband keep things private. My kids do normal things. I go to cheer comps with my daughter, wrestling, baseball. I feel like a normal mom and a normal wife. And then so Gianni always says I have two lives. So one life is like me at home, like no makeup, looking like Adam Sandler, being a mom and a wife. And then I go to work and that's when I get dolled up and I go on TV and I'm Snooki. So my life is definitely, I have a good balance. And where I live, it's all like friends and family and community, and they don't treat me like, they treat me normal, which I love, and I don't want to be treated anything different. So I feel like I have a good balance.
Do you volunteer at school?
I do some PTA stuff, only because my kids beg me to. It's not because I want to, because I am not a
That's really
PTA
sweet.
mom.
And do that as long as you can, because
Yeah.
my 16-year-old, her class had a trip to the UN
Hmm.
and they wanted parent chaperones. And I told her, like, I'm going to volunteer to be a chaperone. And she was like, Mom, no.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do? Do you think I'm going to like wear a Fox News vest and be like, hi, everyone. I'm Lotus's
Look
mom
at
from Fox
me.
News.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
No, I know.
Breaking news.
Yeah, so my oldest definitely wants nothing to do with me. And he's in 6th grade. He'll be 13. But my daughter, she's 10, and she's in 4th grade. She's starting to do that, but like she
Uh,
still like wants me around. And then
of course she
obviously my
does.
little one, he always wants me around.
So even when they seem like they don't want you around, they still want you
Oh,
around.
I
Like
know. Yeah.
that is one of the most important things I've
Yeah.
learned through adolescence
Hmm.
is They need you now more than ever, but they don't
Yeah.
know how to ask you, and they actually feel really guilty. And you probably remember being a teenager and getting in fights with your parents, and you feel so
Oh yeah, it
bad.
was terrible. That was
But
horrible.
now you're probably really close with your family.
Oh, my mom's my best friend. I love my dad so much. I'm just like, I'm so sorry I put you through all that guys. Like, horrible.
And what did they? So after they watched season 1 of Jersey Shore, what did they think? Were you like, no, this is a character. I'm still Nicole. I'm sweet and innocent. It's just something fun we do. That's not real life. Or were they like, we have to get you to rehab?
Oh no, because they knew growing up, like me and my friends would sneak Smirnoff ices. We like to go out, we like to have a good time. So my dad was like, just be careful what you do. And my mom was like, don't drink too much. So they knew like I like to have a good time and whatever. And I was 21. So literally right when the show started, that's when I like turned 21 and I was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like legally okay to like go into bars and stuff. So I had a blast. Um, no, they never mentioned rehab because I didn't drink like that every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I just
according to Vinny, you did. Vinny was like, oh, she's drunk all day long. She drinks
so
at 11 in the
stupid.
morning until 4 in the morning.
Yeah.